Alrighty then, welcome back to Cooking with Mr. Cookie Season 2. It has been a long time since my last video. I got married to my very own Mrs. Cookie. I also moved twice and I had the old coronavirus. Boy, did that knock me around. I had it for 2.5 weeks and beyond. It was a rough time. But we're all healthy, we're all here, ready to go, and so let's get to it. Alright, where I thought for our first recipe back, we'll do a special recipe to me, which is the Cook family chocolate chip cookies. Now this recipe has been passed down from generation to generation and so happens to be my favourite chocolate chip cookie recipe. Now today we're going to be using an oven, and you can use either an electric mixer, a hand mixer, or even good old elbow grease. But when you use any of those electronic devices, make sure you have adult supervision when doing so. Alright, first things first, we have to preheat our oven to 180 degrees for conventional ovens, or 170 for fan-forced ovens. Okay, it's time to go through our ingredients. We have 250 grams of softened butter. We have 3/4 of a cup of white sugar, 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, 1.5 cups of plain flour, 1/2 cup of self-raising flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 eggs, and paste de resistance, the chocolate chips, the most important part. Now you can have any sort of chocolate chips you like. I think the dark chocolate chips works the best, and you're gonna use the whole packet. Oh yeah. Season 2. I think we need a new jingle because it's time to wash our hands. Our second step to our recipe is to get our butter and 2 sugars and to cream them together in our bowl until the mixture goes a little pale in colour. So let's get a mixing. Alright, now our sugars and butter creamed together, it is time to add our eggs and vanilla extract. Eggs and vanilla extract is in, time to mix it all together. Now, it is good practice when mixing to always use a spatula to scrape it off the sides and continue to mix. Okay, now it's time to add our dry ingredients. So, once you've added your dry ingredients, you're going to fold it together with your spatula so the flour doesn't go everywhere when you start mixing with your electric mixer. So, fold it together, then mix. Now, if your recipe is turning out just a little bit too thick, add in a touch of water. Alright, now that it's all mixed together, we've got it to the consistency we want, not too sticky, not too dry. We're going to add in our final ingredient, the most important one, chocolate chips. Oh yeah. Alright, so once your mixture's all together, you're going to get 2 baking trays, or maybe more depending on how big you make your cookies. You're going to then get 2 spoons and do spoonfuls onto your cooking tray. I'll get back to you once these are all lined up and ready to go. Alright, I've got my dough onto 2 trays, ready to go. I'm going to definitely need to do this more than once because there's a lot more to go. I'm going to put these in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes or until I see them browning. Alright, our cookies are starting to brown, so it's time to get them out and get them onto our cooling. those. Well, there you go. Our cookies have cooled on the cooling rack. They're still a little warm, which is the perfect time to try them. Let's have a look. Tastes like my childhood. Now, my family and I have a little controversial way of eating these cookies. We put them in the freezer and we eat them frozen. Now, I can hear you screaming at me in the comments already. Don't knock it until you try it, and let me know in the comments what you think. Smash that like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends, and so the cookie club can grow. And I'll see you next time.